FFA members, advisors, and guests, get ready for Day 2 of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference as we welcome our 2016-2017 Iowa FFA Officer Team. Our Northwest State Vice President from the Okoboji FFA chapter at Milford, Southwest State Vice President from the ACGC FFA chapter, Zoie. Our South Central State Vice President from the Creston FFA chapter, Zach Hoffman. Our North Central State Vice President from the Charles City FFA chapter, Police Forsyth. Our Southeast State Vice President from the Mediapolis FFA chapter, Savannah Keitzer. Our Northeast State Vice President from the LaPorte Dysart FFA chapter, Cole Moody. Our State FFA reporter from the Northeast FFA chapter at Kusel, Zach Hamilton. Our State FFA secretary from the Benton Community FFA chapter at Van Horn, Chase Kusel. Our State FFA president from the New Hampton FFA chapter, Elissa Ross. And as our advisor, retiring from 40 years of teaching and hailing from the Southampton FFA chapter, Mr. Steve Olson.
The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the second general session of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there?
Through this door, past many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the president in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among our members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries, wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and ripen with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
I am pleased to announce at this, the second general session of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference, there are 5,097 members, advisors, and guests from 219 chapters present. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member possesses. May we accomplish our purposes, I now declare the second general session of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Good morning and welcome to the second day of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation. We rocked Hilton Coliseum yesterday with the announcement of our CDE winners, recognition of our biggest supporters, and heard some very inspiring words. Our agenda for this session is just as exciting. We will highlight those who have an incredible passion for agriculture, like members excelling in their supervised agricultural education experience. As FFA members, our passion for agriculture is evident in everything we do, inside and out of the blue jacket. Let's continue to live out this passion this morning as we kick off the second general session of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. Your second session chairs will be sure to put a smile on your face whenever you are in their presence. The first officer is a member of the Okoboji FFA chapter. He makes us laugh with goofy jokes, is famous for his arsenal of camp songs, and can make a mean friendship bracelet. This second officer is from the Creston FFA chapter and gets us with his one-liners and dry sense of humor. He can normally be found listening to Taylor Swift or Christmas music in the Combine and is an avid fan of The Office. These officers may be opposites, but they share an utmost love for the FFA and its members. Please help me in welcoming your chairs for the second general session, your Northwest State Vice President, Blake Lineweaver, and your South Central State Vice President, Zach Hoffman.
I transform FFA by holding myself, along with others, to high standards.
I turn my purpose into action by showing that service is about something bigger than yourself.
I transform FFA by advocating for the industry that I love.
I turn my purpose into action by showing members being yourself is the best way to impact those around you.
I transform FFA by pushing others to reach their potential.
I turn my purpose to action by leading by example.
I transform FFA by pursuing growth always.
I transform FFA by supporting those around me.
Iowa FFA, we have been transformed by you and how you continuously turn your purpose into action by always living to serve.
What a wonderful morning here in Ames. Isn't it, Blake?
You know, it sure is, and besides our strenuous 5-mile hike this morning, you know what else happens today?
Well, I believe the perfect time for bird watching starts here in about an hour, and I have a bag full of marshmallows.
Huff, huff, huff. It's the perfect time for the second session of the Iowa FFA Leadership Conference.
Blake, I left the session survival kit back at camp.
FFA members, advisors, and guests, good morning and welcome to the second general session of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. While Hoff is off getting ready to explore nature, we will have the opportunity to explore the many talents we have here in the state of Iowa. We have remarks from our Secretary of Agriculture, Bill Northey. We have Proficiency Award recipients who went above and beyond in their SAE programs this past year. We have National Chapter Award recipients who excelled in their local programs. And finally, we have retiring addresses from our state officers. Iowa FFA, get stoked for the second general session of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference.
Whether it is through our SAE projects, participating in contests, or serving our communities, FFA members transform purpose into action wherever they go. Farm Credit Services of America helps FFA transform service as our second session sponsor. Their generous donation to our program allows us to continue promoting leadership and agriculture throughout Iowa. Mr. Scepter, on behalf of the FFA members sitting before you today, we would like to present you with this limited edition theme semi-truck and thank you for the outstanding contributions of Farm Credit Services of America has to the Iowa FFA Association.
There has never been a time when agriculture faced bigger challenges, when it required as much expertise, when it carried greater risk, or when it held more attraction. And never has there been a lender more committed to grow the next generation than Farm Credit Services of America. Farm Credit Services of America is built to serve agriculture, built like no other. A cooperative, owned by its customers, farmers and ranchers, many of whom are young and starting on their own, and many more who remember what it was like when they were once young and starting on their own. Here, helping the next generation grow in agriculture is more than a desire. It is central to our mission, a way of giving back to those we serve and supporting the rural life we value so highly. It is an investment in the most fundamental and essential job on the planet. Success in agriculture doesn't come without challenges. Along with the hard work, the long days and determination that have always been required before, we know your need for expertise and financial assistance is even greater now. And that's why more than ever before, we are working to make a difference. Working with thousands of young and beginning producers who benefit from dedicated financial services, coaching and guidance, education, networking, and mentoring support. Along with our dedication to agriculture, we deliver financial strength, a strength that comes with the capacity to stand by you when times are troubled, to help you grow when the time is right, to be there when we're needed most. We understand your desire to farm and ranch. We believe in your future too. And as a customer-owned lender, We share your commitment for working the land, the pride in producing quality food, and the satisfaction of knowing you make a difference. In agriculture, there comes a time when every young person decides whether he or she wants to farm or ranch. And every day, you'll find us working to help those who do.
Iowa's Secretary of Agriculture and our beloved friend of the FFA, Secretary Bill Northey, could not be with us this morning. Here today to read comments on his behalf is Pat Teben of the... Please help me in welcoming Mrs. Pat Teben. Mic's off.
It is my pleasure to speak to you today on behalf of Secretary Northey. Hello and welcome to the 89th Annual Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. I know you're all excited to be here and for the opportunity to learn from and interact with fellow leaders from across the state. I am sorry that I am unable to be with you this morning. I was able to enjoy some of the festivities yesterday afternoon, and I can tell that this will be another great conference. FFA programs are so important to shaping the next generation of ambitious and hardworking students. I am proud to see so much engagement and continued support for FFA across the state, including new programs that are just getting started. I hope you all enjoy your time at Iowa State University. I know our Iowa State FFA officers will do everything they can to be great hosts. Thank you for being here and for your interest in agriculture. Keep up the good work. Again, as an advocate from the Department of Education, I'm excited to be here. My first conference, very impressed. Thank you so much.
Mrs. Pat Teben, thank you for sharing the remarks on behalf of Secretary Bill Northey. On behalf of sharing your time with us today, we'd like to give you a gift commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Smith-Hughes Act. Again, congratulations to Mrs. Pat Teben.
Just like each animal in nature serves a purpose, each association and the National FFA organization has its place in making sure that FFA thrives and remains diverse. Visiting state officers from around the United States have been busy putting on workshops, interacting with Iowa FFA members, and enjoying everything that Iowa has to offer. The following states are here in attendance to support and celebrate all of our accomplishments. The Secretary's desk will now help me welcoming our visiting state FFA associations.
Colorado, Kansas, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Nebraska, Ohio, Oregon, Tennessee, and West Virginia. The states that did not step forward on stage are busy facilitating workshops for our FFA members. Let's give a warm Iowa welcome to these visiting state officers who traveled so far to help us celebrate the Iowa FFA.
I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I'm a God-fearing, hard-working combine driver, hogging up the road on my plower, chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my international harvester.
For as long as I can remember, playing in the dirt has been one of my favorite pastimes. When I was younger, you could always find me journeying through the gravel pit behind my house or climbing apple trees taking mental notes of what I observed. Whether it's taking or making those miniature forts out of sticks and oddly shaped rocks or imagining patches of grass as huge forests for ants, I made exploring nature into a science. This next event showcases those who have transformed their curiosity of our world into purposeful application. The Secretary's desk will now read the names of the Agriscience Fair Division winners.
The Iowa FFA is proud to recognize the winners of the 2017 Iowa Agriscience Fair. The Division I winner is Emma K. McLean from Clay Central Everly FFA. The Division II winners are Morgan Knutson and Molly Arnold from Wayne FFA at Corridon. The Division III winner is Regan Zinkula from the Grundy Center FFA. The Division IV winners are Brianna During and Miranda Johansson from the North Fayette Valley FFA. The Division V winner is Mason Burlage from the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter. And the Division VI winners are Chase Krug and Ekta Nanda from the Linmar FFA. Let's give all of our Agriscience Fair Division winners another round of applause.
Whether it is highway cleanup, fruit sales, or faculty appreciation breakfasts, chapters demonstrate their excellence in a variety of areas. Today, we want to recognize chapters that have gone above and beyond in the areas of building communities, growing leaders, and strengthening agriculture. By executing items listed in their program of activities modeled by the Supreme National Chapter Award Program and sponsored by Access Seed, these chapters transformed purpose into action. Please join us in congratulating these chapters for their hard work and dedication to FFA.
The following chapters have earned a bronze rating in the Supreme National Chapter Award Program. ACGC, ESAC at Lakeview, Newton, Starmont at Arlington, Belmont Clemmy, Indianola, Sioux Center, chapters receiving gold, AGWSR at Ackley, South Winneshiek, Creston FFA, Decorah, Wapsie Valley at Fairbank, Griswold, Independence, LaPorte Dizer,
Marengo, O-line, Panorama, Sibley Ochee, Northland, Benton Community, Webster City, Mid-Prairie at Wellman, North Fayette Valley at West Union, East Buchanan at Winthrop, Brokaw at Clarinda, West Liberty FFA, FFA chapters across the state persistently work towards improvement and achievement. The chapters before us spent the last year promoting FFA involvement, educating their communities about agricultural issues, and dedicating their time to a life of leadership. These chapters show extreme perseverance and sincere commitment to progress in all areas of their agricultural education programs. We are fortunate to have chapters who exemplify the standard of excellence set forth by our organization and truly represent the ideals of the national FFA organization. The National Chapter Award is split into 3 development areas: growing leaders, building communities, and strengthening agriculture. It is now time to announce the winners in these 3 areas.
In the area of strengthening agriculture, the winner is the Brokaw FFA chapter at Clarinda. Through Project Lend a Hand, 100% of the chapter membership helped 7 community organizations with 11 different activities, including a pedal pull, livestock judging contest, antique rope making, a curbside recycling program, and the annual community cleanup day. Another area member focused on was safety, as 4 farm and seatbelt safety presentations were given to students ranging from preschool age to middle school age. Agricultural literacy is important to the Brokaw FFA chapter, as sophomore members raised flowers in the chapter greenhouse and helped 94 preschool and kindergarten students decorate flower pots and plant their flowers to give to their moms for Mother's Day.
In the area of building communities, the winner is the West Liberty FFA chapter. To promote a healthy environment, increase knowledge of conservation, and encourage recycling, over 35 West Liberty members engaged with members of the community to conduct an oil and battery recycling collection program encompassing over 1,200 gallons of oil and 300 pounds of batteries. Additionally, 46 West Liberty members joined up with Rebuilding Together Muscatine County, a nonprofit organization that preserves home ownership and revitalizes neighborhoods by bringing volunteers to low-income homes, as well as helping the disabled and at-risk families.
In the area of growing leaders, the winner is the West Liberty FFA chapter. Members conducted an activity Lead by Example, which is to encourage development of leadership, teamwork, and problem-solving skills, as well as expand content learned from agriculture courses through participation in both skill and leadership career development events. In 2016, West Liberty members earned 5 state championships, with 3 events placing top 8 in the nation. West Liberty FFA members were also able to gain valuable employability skills through salesmanship and marketing of the program's 30-foot by 60-foot greenhouse and annual plant sales, which raised over $13,000. To increase supervised agricultural experience programs and develop the well-rounded FFA member, the chapter's SAE Roadshow is where members without an SAE are able to see showcased SAE programs around West Liberty.
And the winner of the 2017 Supreme National Chapter Award is the West Liberty FFA chapter. West Liberty FFA has placed a major focus on member recruitment and retention by providing over 30 local activities annually, as well as emphasizing on non-traditional SAE projects through their greenhouse, farm-to-business gardens, and chapter swine and beef cooperatives. FFA members also focus on spreading agricultural literacy, awareness, and leadership through summer STEM camps. With the development of the local booster club, the chapter was able to focus on providing opportunities for low-income members and heavily expand chapter scholarship opportunities. Let's give another round of applause to your 2017 National Chapter Award winner, the West Liberty FFA Chapter, sponsored by Access Seeds.
Mr. Biondi, without your support, Iowa FFA wouldn't be able to recognize the incredible talent of our 232 chapters. On behalf of the FFA members sitting in front of you today, we would like to present you with this conference gift commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Smith-Hughes Act as a token of our appreciation.
Getting to travel to South Africa with 74 of my best friends.
My favorite memory from this year is getting to connect with so many members across the state.
When Nick Baker bought me Sonic.
The many late nights and early mornings.
My favorite memory is announcing the new Northeast District FFA officer team.
Visiting some rocket FFA chapters across Iowa.
Doing chores at the Iowa State Fair with the North Polk FFA chapter.
Traveling over 1,000 miles in celebration of National FFA Week.
Wait, I have to pick one? This whole year was my favorite.
As the eldest sister, my younger siblings were often referred to as Taylor's sisters while growing up. While attending Iowa State University for graduate school, students constantly asked me the question, "Are you Savannah Keitzer's sister?" As difficult as it was to adjust to my new title of Savannah's sister, I'm proud to take on that role.
While Taylor went by the title of Savannah's sister, I became accustomed to actually being mistaken as Savannah. For those in question, no, I'm not Savannah, and no, we're not twins, and yes, indeed, I am older than her. But as in the past, I will continue to accept any kind words sent my way for those who mistake me as her, because she's doing has many great accomplishments. With that being said, we'll keep this short and sweet, just like she is, and introduce you to your
2016-2017 Southeast State Vice President, Savannah Keitzer.
From the time I was a child, I thought I could do it all on my own. Whenever anyone asked if I could do something, I'd push away the helping hands and generous efforts of those around me because I thought I could do it all on my own. When I was younger, I had a dream that I was going to be the best fisherman in all of Mediapolis, Iowa. I even had a pond in my yard so I could go practice whenever I wanted. But sometimes it took a little convincing from my parents. One day, I ran up to my dad and I asked in the sweetest voice that any girl could. And I said, "Daddy, can we go fishing?" He said, "No, honey. Why don't you take a nap or play inside instead?" What? Are you kidding me? Have you ever wanted to go out and do something great and accomplish something without the jurisdiction of others? Have you ever wanted to go do something? Maybe they told you that it can't be done, or maybe they suggest that you do something else. Odds are they're telling you the truth. But being the little girl that I was, I continued to argue. "But Daddy," "Not now, honey," he said in a voice that made me stop dead in my tracks. Okay, fine. Well, why don't I go outside and practice casting instead? I'm the third child, so eventually he gave up arguing with me and let me do what I wanted. So I geared up. I put on my favorite sweatpants, zipped up my Carhartt jacket, and slid my feet into my favorite purple muck boots, and I headed out to the pond. On my way out to the pond, I thought to myself, well, if I'm gonna do this, I better do it right. So I headed back to the shed, I grabbed some worms, and I made my way to the edge of the pond. And on my way out there, I grabbed an adult fishing pole, leaving the pink Barbie one behind, because I was a big girl, and I was gonna do this. On my way out to the edge of the pond, I got there and I baited up my hook, and I casted, and I let it sit for about 5 seconds. And I reeled in as fast as I could. Whew, that was a good one, Savannah. Nice job. But the next one could be better. So I casted, I reeled in, I casted, I reeled in, and I did this about 37 more times. I casted, I reeled in, I casted, I reeled in, I casted, and I don't know what's happening. Why can't I reel in? So instinctively, I just started backing up. I just kept on backing up, and backing up. And before I knew it, the line couldn't stretch any farther. And just as the worm on the other, or just as the fish on the other side of the hook was about to pull me forward, I did the only thing that any independent child would do. I yelled, "Mom, Dad, help, I need help." And in seconds, they were by my side and began to assist me. My mom stood back, smiling at her child as the event unfolded before her eyes. My dad rushed to my side, eager to help, encouraging me and guiding me. My dogs quit chasing each other in the yard and ran to my side. That day, I caught a very small fish, but I realized something much greater. I realized that the people in our life influence our actions, our behavior, and our experience. Without those people keeping me calm throughout that experience, I couldn't have caught my fish. Those people around me supported me and encouraged me and shaped that experience into something I would never forget. Think about the people in your life. How do they influence you? How do they shape you into who you are? How do they assist you in accomplishing your dreams? There was a time when I thought I could do it all on my own. I'd push away the helping hands and generous efforts of those around me when going through a hard time or a difficult moment. But one day, I realized that I was wrong. I realized that I needed help, and I needed people. I needed people. The people in my life have influenced my actions, my behavior, and my experience, and shaped me into the person that I am, like catching the fish. If it wasn't for my mom supporting me, my friends rushing to my side, yes, my dogs are my friends, and my dad encouraging me and guiding me through that experience, it wouldn't be what it was. I can't do it all on my own, and I can't take credit for what I have done. It's the people in my life that shaped this experience. Whether it was your 4-H advisors, FFA advisors, teammates, coaches, parents, siblings, grandparents, friends, family, the community, or the church. It's the people that you interact with day in and day out that make this experience worth it. When I realized this, I realized that I needed to turn around and thank those who made me, me. Family, thank you. Thank you for encouraging me, supporting me, and guiding me through every experience. Friends, thank you for giving me everything you have and letting me be a very important part of your life. FFA members, thank you. Thank you for surrounding me in your unconditional love and laughter. Thank you for letting me travel thousands of miles, meet hundreds of people, and become a family with 8 insanely unique individuals. You have helped me create countless memories. Whether it is your teammates and your coaches, they are every moment of the day, your friends and your family assisting you in everything that you need, or your teammates, coaches, and advisors being there in everything. It's the people that you surround yourself with that make you you. FFA members, we can't do it on our own. We need people.
And these are my people. This is where I come from. We're giving this life everything we've got.
if my bird guide is correct, this should be the perfect place to find the elusive cardinal and gold cyclone. I can hear it. Where are you, you pesky bird? I swear cyclones just seem to come out of nowhere when you least expect them. Blake! Whoa! Oh, those are some pretty fancy bird chirps there, Hoff. I thought you were a real bird.
Well, thank you, Blake. However, the best sound in the room doesn't come from my bird impersonations, but from our next act. Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Mark and Jill Bjorkland and sponsored by the U.S. Army ROTC, please help me in welcoming your Iowa FFA Chorus.
Thank you to the Iowa Army ROTC for your sponsorship of the Iowa FFA Chorus.
Growing up on a corn and soybean farm in Union County, I know how dedicated you must be to find success. These next group of individuals went above and beyond in their respective supervised agricultural experience programs. Please help me in congratulating these outstanding individuals for their success, as well as thanking our sponsors for their generous support of the Iowa FFA Association.
Through the Iowa FFA Foundation, the association is proud to recognize members who show excellence in 23 proficiency areas with their supervised agricultural experience programs. In the area of agricultural communications, sponsored by the Iowa Farmer Today, our winner is Josie Young of the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter at Delhi. Young is currently serving as the Delaware County Fair Queen, where she actively promotes agriculture across various counties. Young has grown her communication skills through speaking with her local cooperatives and businesses, shadowing employers, and promoting the fair. Young plans to attend Iowa State University to major in agricultural communications or veterinary medicine. Devin Miller of the Central Lion FFA chapter at Rock Rapids received second in this area.
The winner in the area of agricultural education, sponsored by Iowa State University Department of Agriculture Education and Studies, is Skylar Bloom of the DeWitt Central FFA chapter. Bloom has developed 4 social media outlets for her chapter, including the DeWitt Central FFA website. Bloom learned web design and development skills and trained other chapter members to run the social media. Bloom is still exploring options for college. Sadie Gravel from the Cascade FFA is the runner-up in this area.
Colby Larson of the North Fayette Valley FFA chapter. Colby Larson of the North Fayette Valley FFA chapter at West Union is the winner in the area of agricultural mechanics design and fabrication, sponsored by CF Industries. Over the past 4 years, Larson has invested his time at Mobile Track Solutions, where he built machinery fabricated and designed by the local business. Upon graduation from high school, Larson plans to attend Wyotech in Wyoming to pursue the long-term goal of owning his own mechanic shop. The second place winner is Levi Metzger of the West Lion FFA chapter at Inwood.
In the area of ag mechanics, repair, and maintenance entrepreneurship, sponsored by Van Wall, our winner is Cody Kirby of the Cascade FFA chapter. In October of 2015, Kirby purchased an unusable tractor for $3,200. Through his research into the operation of motors and an investment of over $20,000, Kirby restored the tractor to a value of $40,000. Of 103 tractors present at the 2016 Iowa State Fair, Kirby's placed second overall. After graduation, Kirby plans to continue his career in agricultural mechanics.
The winner in the area of ag mechanics repair and maintenance placement, sponsored by Kuhn North America Incorporated, is Colton Selvey of Albia. Selvey has over 3,700 hours logged while working for Coltrane Implement. He has performed mechanical and diagnostic skills with machinery. Selvey is currently enrolled in the diesel mechanics program at Indian Hills Community College. Riley Riken from the AGWSR at Ackley FFA chapter is the runner-up in this area.
Luke Ward of the North Lynn FFA chapter at Troy Mills is the winner in the area of agricultural processing, sponsored by Iowa Corn. Working over 3 years, totaling 804 hours, Ward discovered the benefits of thinking outside the box to put together his own maple syrup operation. His future plans include attending Iowa State University to major in mechanical engineering and later obtaining his master's degree in mechanical engineering and business administration. The second place winner in this area is Lucas Spons of Rock Valley.
In the area of agricultural sales entrepreneurship sponsored by Winfield United, our winner is Keaton McKinnick of Central Trail FFA at Leon. Minnick has created over 100 custom woodworking projects since 2013. He owns Minnick Red Cedar Works and has $129,000 in gross revenues, experiencing increases every single year. Minnick is still exploring his options for college in the future. Emma Vasek of the Midland FFA chapter at Wyoming is the second place recipient in this area.
The winner in the area of agricultural sales placement, sponsored by Dakin Ag Equipment, is Emily Campbell of the Audubon FFA chapter. Campbell has worked 311 hours with Williams Welding Incorporated, where she completes a variety of tasks, including bookkeeping, accounting, and inventory activities. Campbell's catalog has already helped to increase sales by 50% for the next calendar year. Campbell plans on attending Iowa State University after graduation. Mackenzie White from Charles City is the runner-up in this area.
In the area of agricultural services sponsored by Landis Cooperative, your winner is Ray Kurt of the Cascade FFA chapter. Kurt has a bale wrapping service where he's wrapped over 7,000 bales this past year. He recruits clients, performs maintenance, keeps financial records, and develops strategies for marketing. In college, Kurt plans to major in agriculture business. Bethany Stock from Little Switzerland at Waukon is the runner-up in this area.
Renee Redmond of the Cascade FFA chapter is the winner in the area of Agriscience Research Animal Systems, sponsored by Animal Health International. Redmond's operation focuses on the breeding of swine to ensure the highest quality outcome of her livestock. From 2015 to 2016, her investment of over 440 hours resulted in an increase of rate of gain in her swine from 2 pounds to 2.5 pounds per day. Upon graduation, Redmond plans to apply the skills she's learned from her SAE in the field of environmental law or a related field in agriculture.
The winner in the area of beef production entrepreneurship, sponsored by the Iowa Cattlemen's Foundation, is Cole Fishwild of the Midland FFA chapter at Wyoming. Fishwild's cattle inventory includes 1 bull, 60 breeding females, 17 feeders, and 2 fat steers. Upon graduation, he plans to attend Kirkwood Community College, where he will focus on crop and beef production. Blair Bennis from Maquoketa FFA is the runner-up in this area.
Secretary's desk has an announcement. If Cole Moody's parents are in the auditorium, we need you backstage immediately. Cole Moody's parents backstage. Gracie Danner of the West Liberty FFA chapter is the winner in the area of beef production placement, sponsored by the Iowa Cattlemen's Foundation. Danner began her involvement in the beef industry on her family's operation in 2013. Since then, Danner has been involved with all aspects of the family production, from breeding and genetics to marketing and management of the livestock. Danner looks to apply what she's learned from her SAE by continuing her passion as a production assistant for the care and management of breeding stock. The second place winner is Lucas Schumacher of the AGWSR FFA chapter at Ackley. Let's congratulate this round of Proficiency Award winners.
Iowa might be the Hawkeye state, but we all know that it is a cyclone nation.
Definitely whole milk.
Hey, America runs on Duncan.
If it's red, it stays in the shed.
Goats are dumb. Sheep are cute. Boots.
I transform FFA by holding myself, along with others, to high standards.
I turn my purpose into action by showing that service is about something bigger than yourself.
I transform FFA by advocating for the industry that I love.
I turn my purpose into action by showing members being yourself is the best way to impact those around you.
I transform FFA by pushing others to reach their potential.
I turn my purpose to action by leading by example.
I transform FFA by pursuing growth always.
I transform FFA by supporting those around me.
Iowa FFA, we have been transformed by you and how you continuously turn your purpose into action by always living to serve.
Transforming our world, we are the leaders of change. It starts inside as a passion that drives. Transforming our world, we are the leaders of change. It starts inside as a passion that drives us. Transform FFA. Transform FFA. Transform.
Whether you enjoy shopping for hours, downloading the latest music from iTunes, or going out to a delicious restaurant, these gift cards can make some of your favorite things possible. The winner may pick up their gift card from the secretary's desk. The winner is Emerson Richardson from the Central Trail FFA chapter at Leon. Make sure to stop by the career show to earn tickets and possibly win a gift card.
Don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling. I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. So don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, down. Running out of time. I really thought you were on my side, but now there's nobody by my side.
The premier leadership component of our FFA mission is lived out to the fullest in the recognition of this next group. These individuals have worked tirelessly prepping for state officer interviews just this last week and have led outstanding FFA careers during high school by transforming their passion for agriculture into service to our great organization. FFA members, please help me welcome the 2017 state FFA officer candidates.
Vaughn from the Earlham FFA chapter.
Hey FFAers, I'm Mitch Rickles from the Anamosa FFA.
Hey guys, I'm Allie Babcock from the Gilbert FFA chapter.
Hi, my name is Marta Grant and I'm from the Easton Valley FFA chapter.
Hey guys, I'm Cole Ryman from the Granger Terrell FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. My name is Haley Carlson, and I'm from the Atlantic FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. My name is Emily Campbell, and I hail from the Audubon FFA chapter.
Good morning, I'm Emily Bacher, and I'm from the Denison FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. I'm Kyle Coomer from the DeWitt Central FFA chapter.
Hello guys, my name is Spencer Arnold and I'm from the Lone Tree FFA chapter.
My name is Peyton Schmidt, and I'm a member of the Lone Tree FFA chapter.
What's up, Iowa FFA? My name is Rico Roberts, and I'm from the Minneapolis FFA chapter.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Franz, and I'm from the Mid-Prairie FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. I'm Carly Groff from the Newell Fonda FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. I'm Rachel Zumba from the North Lynn FFA chapter.
Good morning, Iowa FFA. I'm Jake Kalosh from North Tame FFA chapter. God bless.
Hi, I'm Cole Spain from the Postville FFA chapter.
Hi, I'm Aaron Cantrell from the Vinton-Schellsburg FFA chapter.
Hey y'all, I'm Amy Ewing and I'm from the Wayne FFA chapter.
Let's give our 2017 state officer candidates another huge round of applause.
What y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Look out. Now watch me break it down like 24 karat. 24 karat magic. What's that sound? 24 karat magic. Come on now. 24 karat. 24 karat magic. Don't fight the feeling, invite the feeling. Just put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? Tell me what you're trying to do. 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear. Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
Don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling. I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. So don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, down. Running out of time. I really thought you were on my side, but now there's nobody by my side.
Where are you pesky bird? Hoffman? I didn't know you liked to paint.
You know, convention gets pretty tense sometimes. I guess my inner Bob Ross just came out.
All right, I gotcha. So what's that you're painting there?
If I paint something, I don't want to have to explain what it is.
You right. See, I never understood abstract art. Hoff, I think you made a mistake. That bush there looks like a tree.
We don't make mistakes. We just make happy accidents.
I can respect that. You know, Hoff, I think you've got a real talent for this.
You know, it's more of a hobby than anything. What do you say we introduce some real talent? FFA members, please give it up for your 4th place Iowa FFA Idol winner, Holly Heaston from the Boyer Valley FFA chapter.
Shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but oh, your bullets ricochet. You shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof. titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Cut me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town, haunted love. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fly away, fly away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fly away, fly away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
To our parents, thank you for supporting us, whether it's in or out of the blue jacket.
During good times and bad. You always manage to see the best in us, even when we don't.
And continue to push us past what we thought were our limits.
You always put our world before yours.
And to help guide and grow us in our faith.
From instilling values like humility and service.
You shaped us into the people that we are today.
And even though we don't say it enough, we love you unconditionally and are grateful to have you help guide us through this journey called life. Thank you for all that you do.
We love you.
FFA members, please help me in welcoming my parents, Thad and Jennifer Hoffman.
Iowa FFA members, please give a warm welcome to the people that I bring joy to every single day. My mom and dad, Heath and Michelle Kusel.
Iowa FFA, please help me in thanking the people who support me every day. My mom, Brenda, her husband, Jim, and help me in honoring my father who's looking over me today, Scott Shook.
Please help me in welcoming the people who let me drive my car across the state of Iowa this year, my parents, Carl and Ardeth Hamilton.
FFA members, please help me in thanking my two biggest supporters and my people, my mom and dad, Brian and Kelly Keitzer.
Iowa FFA, I'd like to introduce you to the people who might be nuttier than I am, my parents, Eric and Tammy Lineweaver.
Iowa FFA, please help me in welcoming the people who support me in everything I do. My dad, Joel Forsyth, and my mom, Heather Forsyth.
Iowa FFA, help me in welcoming the man in the Indiana Jones hat and the woman that puts up with him, my parents, Jim and Sandra Rush.
FFA members, please help me in welcoming the man that looks just like me and the woman that brought me into this world, my parents, Ryan and Laura Moody.
FFA parents, grandparents, and other family members, please stand to be recognized for your continuous and unconditional support for all of us FFA members over the years. FFA members, please help us in thanking our families for all of their support and guidance that they give us.
Take my hand, say I do. I wanna go down this road with you. High and low, thick and thin. Forever's just around the bend. We'll be right where we wanna be. you better be holding on tight. It's a roller coaster flipping over. It's a sailboat on the tide on the wide open sea. Baby, would you ride with me?
It's always been about Chase. Ever since he came into this world. Chase, what do you want for Christmas? Chase, what would you like for your birthday? Chase, what do you want for supper? But you know what? He's always made us feel as though we were the most important people in his life. We know he has a bright future ahead of him. We are so proud and thankful to God for bringing Chase into this world.
As Chase's dad, from this time he was born, I had to live in his shadow. He has this spark. People gravitate towards him. Everywhere I go, I'm constantly asked, "Are you Chase's dad?" Where is Chase? How is Chase doing? Tell Chase I said hi. But that's all right, because that's all right. It makes me even more proud to be his dad.
We are proud to introduce
my son,
my nephew,
the 2016-17 State Secretary, Chase Kusel.
You're feeling good, you're feeling right. Across the floor and I'm already losing my mind. Baby girl, looking fine. Watch you playing and playing and playing these guys. Catch my stay, a little smile.
So there has been a lot of social media crazes these days, like the mannequin challenge, what into our nation. But does anybody remember this social media craze? Yeah, no? Yeah, all right, where's my black and blue people at? Yeah, all right. Now where's my white and gold? All right, white and gold people, that is obviously a black and blue dress. Oh yeah, but there's really no right answer to that picture. It can be super frustrating when we let our mindsets get in the way of reality. But it all comes down to one thing. And I never knew what that one thing was until this past January. I had the amazing opportunity to travel with 74 other state officers to the beautiful, exotic country of South Africa. I was pumped. I could not wait to hop on that 17-hour plane ride, switch on my jeans and a sweatshirt for some khaki shorts and a tank top. Throughout our time there, we visited multiple farms, shopping places, natural wonders. But out of all the places that we visited, there was one that I was the most nervous for. You see, we had the unique opportunity to visit one of the oldest townships in the country, and that was the township of Kayamandi. I had no idea what to expect going into it. But as soon as we got off the bus, we were greeted by dirt roads, bars along the windows of stores, and small shack-like homes that were made out of metal. But most importantly, we were greeted by tons of smiling faces, like our tour guide Mandi, and people that were wearing shirts that said, "I love Kayamandi." I knew that despite the physical attributes of the town, this was going to be a rockin' place. As we made our way through the town, we wrapped up our visit, and Mandi took us to the place where we would be eating lunch. We met the owner, and she greeted us with a huge hug and insisted on us calling her mama. We then sat down and enjoyed a family-style meal that she had spent the whole morning cooking for us. As we enjoyed our delicious meal, I got the chance to know our tour guide, Mandi, just a little better. We talked about how long he's lived in country and his love for singing. But then I asked him a question. And his answer really stuck with me. I asked him if he could change anything about his town or fix anything. What would it be? He told me if he could change anything about his town, he would start by fixing the school system. He said that the students have no opportunities to express themselves through music or dance, and that he's already been working on getting this incorporated into their high school. I couldn't help but smile in awe by the passion and admiration that he showed for improving his community. We then finished up our lunch, packed up our stuff, and said goodbye to Mama. And I couldn't help but feel a little sad. Here I was just a couple of hours ago not wanting to come here, and now I didn't really want to leave. As we made our way back to the bus, I thought about my experiences throughout the day. I then tuned back into Mondi as he continues to say, even though we don't have the nicest town, we have a pretty good view. I then look up to the east, and I see a huge, beautiful mountain range full of bright green grass, tons of trees, and lots of farmland. And that's when it hit me. You see, most people would look up to that view to the east and say that that is one of the most beautiful things that they have ever seen. But I can't help but look behind me towards the township of Kayamandi and think that that is the most beautiful place I have ever seen. But why is that? It was mind-boggling to me, seeing some of their living conditions, the struggles they dealt with on a daily basis, struggles that you and me are probably never gonna have to deal with. Take Mondi, for example, trying to fight to get fine arts into their school systems, while schools back here are trying to cut those programs. Mondi is trying to fight to improve his community and do something bigger than himself, and he confided in me that he struggles to feed himself at times. And here I was, just 3 months ago, complaining to my parents about how I didn't have the new iPhone 7. A billion things were running through my head. Like, what are we doing wrong? Why do we do this to ourselves? Are we truly living out our lives? We have all these materialistic things at our fingertips, but yet we feel empty. We find the tiniest thing that we don't like, and we let it ruin our day. Heck, we let it ruin our week. But why? It's because the people of Kayamandi have found something that we haven't. And that's the power of choice. We have a choice every single time we wake up in the morning. Is it gonna be a good day? Is it gonna be a bad day? Am I gonna show up to my conduct of meetings practice even though I didn't do so good the last time? Or am I gonna let my teammates down? Am I gonna move past that bad grade that I got on that test? Or am I gonna let it ruin my day? Am I gonna brush off that rumor that was started about me at school? Or am I gonna let it ruin my week? We have a choice to not focus on the bad things in life, but to set our eyes on the good things, the things that truly matter, because we have so much to be happy about. Look around. Whether it's our friends, our family, our classmates, our pets, our livestock, heck, even lasagna day at school. When we zip up this blue jacket, we have made a commitment to live, to serve, and to live every single day with a purpose. But how are we supposed to live out that purpose if we aren't living every day to the fullest? The people of Kayamandi have found the power of choice, and they choose to focus on the amazing things in their lives. Iowa FFA members, advisors, and guests, when you wake up tomorrow morning, what are you gonna choose?
It is now time to announce the final group of Proficiency Awards for this session, sponsored by the Iowa FFA Foundation. Let's direct our attention to the stage. in the area of dairy production entrepreneurship, sponsored by the Iowa FFA Foundation. Our winner is Nathan Arthur of the Sumner-Fredericksburg FFA chapter. From the age of 9, Arthur has maintained his own operation. His cattle have been ranked highly from Holstein USA Incorporated, and his show cattle have received numerous awards. After graduating from Iowa State University, Arthur plans to continue his career in dairy cattle genetics as an AI technician while operating the family's dairy. Cole Cruzy from the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter at Delhi places second in this area.
The winner in the area of dairy production placement, sponsored by Foremost Farms USA, is Amanda Engelken of the Maquoketa Valley FFA chapter at Delhi. Engelken has helped Delta Acres Dairy increase production per cow and total profit. She has also been involved in the breeding program and has implemented numerous veterinary medicine practices. Upon graduation, she plans to attend Northeast Iowa Community College and then transfer to Iowa State University to study dairy science. The second place winner in this area is Rachel Grober of the New Hampton FFA chapter.
Josh Carlson of Central Plains FFA at Gowrie is the winner in the area of diversified agricultural production, sponsored by Hertz Farm Management. Carlson's operation spans 192 acres of corn, 148 acres of soybeans, and 30 head of beef cattle. Through his SAE, Carlson has learned how to interpret soil maps, properly apply pesticides, vaccinate cattle, and operate equipment. Carlson plans to join the family farming operation upon high school graduation. The second place winner is Isaiah Miller of the Maquoketa FFA chapter.
The winner in the area of diversified crop production entrepreneurship, sponsored by Grainbridge, is Kylie Nepper of Cascade. She has produced and marketed pumpkins, gourds, and Indian corn. Nepper developed skills related to tillage, pest management, and marketing. Each year, she has improved production efficiencies and expanded marketing efforts through flyers and road signs. Kylie is still looking at her options after high school. Kale Pellet from Atlantic is our second place recipient in this area.
In the area of diversified crop production placement, sponsored by Legend Seed, our winner is Joshua Harther of the Benton Community FFA chapter at Van Horn. Harther contributed 4,870 hours over the past 4 years, developing skills in grain marketing and operating equipment on his family farm, earning $38,000. Harther is currently a freshman at Kirkwood Community College in the Diesel Ag program. Jared Little from Montezuma received second in this area.
The winner in the area of diversified horticulture, sponsored by the Mid-Prairie FFA, is Drew Samuelson of the Manson Northwest Webster FFA chapter. Samuelson manages and operates a mowing and landscaping business that has produced a net income of over $21,000 in the last 3 years, spanning 17 different lawns. After graduation from high school, Samuelson plans to attend college to prepare him for a career as a mechanic. Our runner-up in this area is Haley Dayfelt from the West Liberty FFA chapter.
Dana Edelman of Ballard FFA at Huxley is the winner in the area of diversified livestock production, sponsored by Kent. Edelman raises swine and sheep and sells her processed pork in a niche market. Upon graduating from high school, Edelman plans to attain a degree in agribusiness. The second place winner is Rebecca Martin of the DeWitt Central FFA chapter.
The winner in the area of environmental science and natural resources management, sponsored by Mintech Citrus, is Jonathan McNeese of the Brokaw FFA chapter. McNeese works as a job manager for his father's excavation business. With his experience, he has learned techniques that deliver results to farmers while preserving natural resources for continued soil fertility, in addition to knowledge with machinery. Upon high school graduation, McNeese plans to pursue certification as a diesel mechanic. Anthony Weber from the Cascade FFA chapter came in second in this area.
The winner in the area of equine science entrepreneurship, sponsored by the Iowa State University Block and Bridle Club, is JC DeVries of the West Line FFA chapter at Inwood. DeVries has worked with her horses to compete in a variety of rodeo events, from team roping to barrel racing. she has developed many skills such as proper healthcare, nutrition, and horsemanship. Upon graduating from high school, JC plans on attending 4-year school to major in animal science and later go on to vet school at Iowa State University. Hannah Schmidt from the South Winneshiek FFA chapter at Kalmar is the runner-up in this area.
In the area of turfgrass management, sponsored by the Iowa Turfgrass Institute, our winner is Mary Cheney of the English Valley FFA chapter at North English. Over her 4 years of progress, Cheney has earned over $2,000 profit by mowing several lawns and cemeteries. Her investment of over $1,400 has allowed Cheney to expand her business, grow her skill set in bookkeeping, and establish professional goals. Michael Young from the AGWSR FFA at Ackley received second in this area.
The winner in the area of vegetable production, sponsored by Four Seasons Fundraising, is Tatum Kaler of the North Fayette Valley FFA chapter at West Union. Kaler has complete management of a pumpkin patch and has grown her business through the use of social media and having a variety of pumpkins. After graduation, Kaler plans to attend Iowa State University. Miranda Dreesen from the George Little Rock FFA chapter is the runner-up in this area. Let's congratulate this round of Proficiency Award winners.
Transforming our world, we are the leaders of change. It starts inside us, the passion that drives. Transforming our world, we are the leaders of change. It starts inside us, the passion that drives us. Transform FFA. Transform FFA. Transforming our world, we are the leaders of change. It starts inside us, the passion that drives. Transforming our world, we are the leaders of change. It starts inside us, the passion that drives.
The Secretary's Desk has one announcement at this time. Don't forget that the Agricultural Proficiency Awards winner and sponsors luncheon will be held immediately following this session behind the stage. All first and second place winners are invited to attend with their sponsor and the major conference sponsors of the Iowa FFA Leadership Conference immediately following this session behind the stage.
We have an additional announcement.
Freedom is the miles I'm rolling on. Out here cruising to a back road song. I feel the wheels like a melody, like a radio dialing in strong. Come on, sing along to my back road song.
We have an additional announcement at this time. Our talent winner, Holly Highstand of Boyer Valley, please come to the Secretary's Desk to pick up your FFA Talent t-shirt and conference certificate. Again, Holly Highstand of Boyer Valley. Thank you.
Each year, GROWMARK Incorporated sponsors an essay contest with a topic pertaining to agriculture. Students were asked to submit their essay to GROWMARK, located in Bloomington, Illinois. To help us recognize the top 5 individuals, it is our pleasure to have with us GROWMARK representative, Ms. Kayla Portwood.
The runners-up of the GROWMARK Essay Contest are Emily Campbell of Audubon FFA, John Cook from East Buchanan FFA at Winthrop, Caitlin Lane of Maquoketa, Lauren Mosher of Grundy Center FFA, and your winner of the 2017 GROWMARK Essay Contest is Jackson Mullenix of the Lone Tree FFA chapter. Help us in congratulating the GROWMARK Essay Contest winners.
Ms. Portwood, we thank you and GROWMARK for the continued support you have shown to the Iowa FFA Association. Through this essay contest, you've provided an opportunity for FFA members to show their love for agriculture. I am pleased to present you with this gift commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Smith-Hughes Act. One more round of applause for Ms. Kayla Portwood.
think I finally found my hallelujah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now.
We are here to introduce the Southwest State Vice President, Zoie Shook, right?
I was promised food.
We should start at the beginning.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And on the 8th day, God created a farmer.
Maybe not that far back to the beginning. Let's fast forward to when Zoe's FFA career started and how she was able to get Mr. Calvert wrapped around her finger since day one.
As we all know, sometimes life throws us curveballs, and there are times when we all struggle. Zoie knows full well that you can't let a bad time keep you from fulfilling your dreams and that you have to have faith in the end.
Don't forget all the clever ways she's gotten out of traffic tickets and the many trips to McDonald's to get her 2 McChickens, but with only cheese.
And now, with her retiring address, keep on playing, your Southwest State Vice President. Wait, did she tell you to say those things? Because her mom told her not to spend any more money.
Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend, Zoie Shook.
When the walls fall all around you, when your hope has turned to dust, let the sound of love surround you, beat like a heart in each of us. Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up, you girls and boys? Won't you stand up, stand up, stand up? Won't you stand up?
All right, ladies, who in here is a proud daddy's girl? Right, me too. I remember with being a daddy's girl, I was always known for getting taught all the things that boys were supposed to know. Anything from changing a tire and shooting a gun to field dressing a deer and changing the oil in my trusty Chevy Silverado. My dad made sure that I knew how to do it all. But if I had to choose, my favorite thing that I learned from my dad was definitely how to play poker. Let's take a step to 2008. It was New Year's Eve, my favorite day of the year. This was the day of the annual Shook New Year's Eve poker party. Mom and Dad were in the kitchen finishing up the food when a couple of my favorite people started walking through the door. First, it was Ray and Josie. Ray and Dad had some of the best memories together, while Josie is my best friend. Next came Mike. Mike had a punchline. Every time he saw me or my family, he'd always say, "Hey, thanks for being my friend." And he was my dad's best friend. A few other family friends started walking through the front door, and before I knew it, I was sitting over my dad's shoulder trying to figure out why he was throwing in the chips that he was and listening to the table talk that was filling my room. A few years later, on the eve of 2013, I was dealt my own hand, and I was finally able to play with the big dogs that were sitting around my kitchen table. With my dad by my side helping me the entire way, I felt invincible. invincible, and I never wanted that night to end. But they always say that every good thing must come to an end, and soon I would be dealt 3 of the hardest hands that I had ever played. You see, what I didn't know in 2008 was that that poker party would be the last one that we would ever have. You see, my dad had been fighting neuroendocrine carcinoid cancer since 2008, and he was admitted back into the hospital on January 2nd, 2013. He never came home. And on March 6th, 2013, my dad lost his battle with his biggest enemy. But what I didn't know was that these dark days were only just beginning. You see, in January of 2014, I stood in the living room of my best friend Josie's house and watched her dad, Ray, take his last breath. And just when I thought that life couldn't get any worse, just 3 months later, I awoke an early morning to my mom screaming on the phone to find out that my dad's best friend, Mike, had passed away as well. My life was an absolute mess from there on out. I was doing the worst I'd ever done in school, hanging out with the wrong crowd, sleeping hours on hours, or just not even sleeping at all. It even got to the point where I was physically hurting myself to try and escape the pain that was in my heart. I had officially ran out of chips. I had lost 3 of the most important men in my life in just under 2 years. And for the longest time, I let that define me. I never picked up another deck of cards and played the game that we all loved because it hurt my heart just a little too much. But one day, I finally gathered up the courage and dealt out a game of Texas Hold'em. And as the game went on, I finally realized what Mike, Ray, and my dad were trying to teach Josie and I all these years. Not only were they teaching us how to have a poker face, what a full house was, and when to fold, they were teaching us that life is a lot like a poker game. You see, in the game of poker, you never get to choose the cards that you're dealt, but you do get to choose the way that you play them. No matter how awful the hand you get is, you don't get to trade in your cards for new ones, nor do you get to rig the deck so you can win. You just play. FFA members, we never get to choose what life hands us. Sometimes great things happen, and sometimes not so great things happen. But we can't let the bad things define who we are as a person, but what does define us is how we handle those things. Every once in a while, it may seem like things are never going to play out in our favor, but I can promise you that in the end, it will all play out. And in the wise words of Kenny Rogers, you just have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to just walk away. Remember that life is a lot like a poker game. Don't let one bad deal define the rest of your life. And always keep on playing.
You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough to count.
Iowa might be the Hawkeye state, but we all know that it is a cyclone nation.
Definitely whole milk.
Hey, America runs on Dunkin'.
If it's red, it stays in the shed.
Goats are dumb. Sheep are cute. Boots.
Blake, did you ever find that rare cyclone you were after?
You know, Hoff, I never did. But I did find something much cooler. I found a coliseum full of FFA members ready to transform their SAE programs and chapters that went above the rest this past year. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, but I know it's only like 10:30 in the morning. I already need a nap and a gallon of chocolate milk, so I'll see you back at camp.
While our journey into nature may be over, our time here at the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference, sponsored by the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation, may be coming to a close later this afternoon. But we still have so many things left in store. We have workshops this afternoon. We have further sessions later on in the day. And we have further retiring addresses from our state officers. Iowa FFA, we've explored so many talents, but let's continue transforming our purpose for this organization and our industry.
Mr. Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have just one announcement at this time. The Agriculture Proficiency Award winners and sponsors luncheon will be held behind the stage following this session. All first and second place proficiency winners and proficiency sponsors are invited to attend.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn the second general session of the 89th Iowa FFA Leadership Conference. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this session adjourned.
I've been transformed, never going back. Better than before, time to react. This means war, ready to attack. I've been transformed. Funny how everything changed. New mainframe. Now I got it, now I got life in my veins. I've been reborn, far from the norm. My soul transformed. We are connected, brand new perspective. Synchronized, digitized, so non-reflective. So obsessive, served and protected. Locked in, I'm loaded, this weapon's perfected.